Hey guys, and welcome back for another content of Ragnarok M Classic. And in this video, we are going to talk about the recent changes in the beta test server, and we will mainly focus on the job balancing. But before we proceed, I'd like to announce that our channel is now officially affiliated with Joytify. Joytify is a 100% safe global top-up platform where players can quickly and secure top-up their favorite games such as Ragnarok M Classic, Dragonest M Classic, Crystal of Atlan, and Hoyoverse titles. To get here, just click the link that I have provided on my description or the comment section. Search the game that you want to top up, select the product item that you want to purchase, enter the quantity, choose the payment method, and then enter the account details from here. For the new users in Joytify, you can type NEWYU1 to get up to 90% discount. And for all users, you can type LGT15 to get a discount for up to 200 pesos. After that, complete the payment process by clicking the buy now. That's easy, and you will get the product that you have purchased instantly after the payment is complete. So what are you waiting for? You can support my channel by clicking the link on my description and on the comment section for the referrals. With Joytify, you get fast, secure, and affordable top-ups that you can trust. Play without worries with Joytify. Some classes have huge changes, and some are underwhelming and still need more adjustment. I would like to give an opinion on the recent changes, so without further ado, let's start with the Rune Knight changes. So the first one is the Dragon Training passive. Now they even buff more movement speed into it, making them really fast. It provides a plus 20% increased movement speed at max, which is somewhat unnecessary in my opinion, because Rune Knights are quite fast enough with the mount. Next one is for the MS2 RK. Instead of P damage and M damage down effects of the Heavenly Dragon Metal Master skill, it now allows the use of Sword Parry instead, even when you equip a spear. Now this is a huge buff in my opinion because blocking attacks are much better than reducing its damage. Third buff is for the auto attack type MS1. Their master skill passive, Token Finale, will now add another 3% damage negation chance per Aura Blade. RK can have a maximum of 5 Aura Blades, so it is plus 15%. The total success rate with 5 Aura Blades will now be 65%, which is also huge. Now, in my opinion, Rune Knights doesn't need these buffs. They are already one of the best classes right now. Probably top tier, because of the MDef switching and late game advantages. This is just overwhelming and unnecessary to be honest. Let's move to the Royal Guard. Thankfully, they didn't buff this one. Instead, they just add an option on their master skill passive for it to be toggleable. It's for the user to turn it on or off depending on the situation. What is Ragnarok M Classic without their favorite class, the Warlock? They also adjusted Warlock's skill for it to be much stronger, as if Warlock needs more buff. But this time, it's their MS2 passive skills. The Blazing Fortress shield when you are near Fire Pillar is now increased by another 300% of your magic attack, making it 800% now. Wow! And on their first passive, the Flammable and Explosion, every time you deal fire damage, it now adds another 100% ignore MDef, which is nuts. So yeah, only fire damage. Well, in my opinion, I think this is because MS2 is quite underwhelming to be honest. The devs are pushing Warlocks to have another playstyle instead of Ghost type. I think this will not affect Warlock players because the Ghost type or the MS1 is just too flexible and strong. The next class we have is the Sorcerer. Added a new effect to their Double Flurry passive. The triggering chance of auto spell and Double Flurry is doubled when the target is a monster. So this is somewhat good honestly, but just for PvE. They might increase their DPS now considering the chances of double bolts are now higher. We will see if this one has a huge impact for PvE. Next one are the Rangers. Added a new effect to the Ranger's Windwalk skill. When activated, the caster has 30% chance to flee, range physical, single target skill, and normal attacks. On paper, it is really good. But in reality, what classes are using ranged physical skills? Finger offensive of a dead class Shura? Knuckle boost of mechanic? Nah, they are using arm cannon for PvP. Triangle shot of also a dead class Shadowchaser? And also a ranged physical normal attackers, it's only the ADL rangers. So yeah, I don't find it really impactful in the current meta. Also under MS1 passive, the Audience of the Wind. It will always flee from ranged physical skill and normal attacks from the target that you have marked on. So yeah, it is just okay, still good to have. Next we have the Bard and Dancer, or what we call the Performers. I have tested it already and finally, it is much better now. First one, other performance skills are now allowed during an ongoing performance. For example, if I use Humming, I can now directly press the shield resonance without the need of casting momentary adaptation, which is really efficient now. And by pressing the same skill, it will cast a momentary adaptation instead. Cool. Then the momentary adaptation skill is now replaced by a passive skill called Music. When a solo song is played completely, its effect will take effect for an extra 15 seconds after the performance. As you can see here, I am using the shield resonance. You will notice that the shield resonance is already finished when it is not dancing anymore. But you see here, the healing effect of shield resonance still exists for 15 seconds. I think the real purpose of this one is to cast two solo skills at the same time. The first one with a 15 seconds duration and then the second one which you casted afterwards. But looking at how it performs, it's not working like that. We will just wait for the final output. And not only that, if you activate the Illusion Puppet, when doing ensemble skills like these brown color skills, the effect range indicator will also move towards the caster with a fixed movement speed of 50%. It now follows the caster, which is another win for the performer's balancing. I'm happy about this one. The next class is the Guillotine Cross. My apologies for this one as I haven't made a GX in the test server, so we will just read and explain it. Adjusted the additional PDF increase by percentage of level 10 weapon blocking skill to now has a 100% chance to negate damage of the first 5 hits, which is really huge buff in my opinion. So you can't be bursted down easily now, and it only has 12-second cooldown, which is great. Also, the range of Dark Illusion has been increased to 12 meters. Nice. And their MS2 skill, the Divine Impact, has a new effect for which if you have 15 spin points, your Divine Impact ignores flee and damage negation. So this is somewhat good versus the Rune Knight sword parry, RG's auto guard, and GX weapon blocking. This is a win for GX. Next, we go to the Shadowchaser. They now remove the fixed cast time of chain shooting or the MS1. Previously, the skill has 1 second casting time, which is really bad in my opinion, but good thing they removed it. Also, they adjusted the refill passive. When using triangle shot, it has an additional 30% chance to trigger the chain shooting. When triggered, cancels the damage of triangle shot. This is a huge buff and I'll tell you why. Chain shooting has a 12 second, and previous refill passive still exists when using triangle shot. Now notice, if the triangle shot I use triggers the chain shooting, the main chain shooting active skill will also refresh its cooldown. This way you can spam more chain shooting skill, which for me is really great. It adds more AoE into the class's arsenal. Next one, we got Archbishop. Added a new effect to the Expiatio passive skill. Auto attack applies 30% final damage down to self that lasts for 1 second. Okay, good. Additional defensive attribute. Also, on the Inquisitor passive skill on their MS1, when Holy Light Blow is active and auto-attacking with Mace, they have a 20% chance to view all enemies' armor type as dark for 1.5 seconds. So it is like an Exhort but an AoE. Okay? So basically, this buff is only applicable to auto-attack Archbishops. And then we go to the final two classes that receive probably the best buff of all time, the Shura. Adjusted Steel Body Phantom Astrolabe skill. Look at this now. Now the skill button is now a switch. Wow. You cannot tap it again to cancel skill effects. And there is a 5-second cooldown. Check this out. Activate the Steel Body. And now you can remove it by using it again. Yes! This is what Shura users been waiting for, right? This is the buff that Shura needs. And then we go to the last one, the Genetics. Added a new effect of the Acidic Corrosion. I think this is their MS2 active skill. Reduces the flee of enemies within range of lethal acid by 30%. Wow! As if flee was really a big deal. Great buff. Anyways, I'm in the mix of happy and disappointed at the same time. Happy because they are trying to buff some skills for the classes that have another playstyle, just like the MS2 of Warlock, MS1 Sword, and auto-attack Archbishops. Some classes also receive a buff that is deserving for them, but some are not, which I find disappointing. Why do they keep buffing classes that are already strong like Rune Knights? Haven't they checked how strong Rune Knight is now? Look at the class popularity in the global server. It's RK meta right there. Also, the most deserving classes to receive a buff have the most underwhelming buffs received. What the hell is this Shura's adjustment? How does that reduce flee impact for genetic skill output? I don't really understand. Also, they didn't include Shadowchaser's MS2 and Mechanic MS2. They are trash as of now. Anyways, that is all I can share for now. So, what do you think about these changes? Are you happy about it or disappointed? Kindly comment down below. If you find this video helpful, then please leave a like. Also, subscribe to support my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe and have an awesome day. Lights out.